Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel, The Witch and the Medium. This is Mystic Dylan.
The Witch, and this is Adela Levine.
The Medium.
And together we're The Witch and the Medium. Yay!
Yay, we got it!
We got it.
We're proud of ourselves. And today's subject, Dylan, is...
Money magic manifestation. Making money magic.
Yes.
Manifesting money with magic.
It's a tongue twister.
It's a tongue twister.
We can call it like the triple M's.
The triple M's.
The triple M's. So the cool part about this video that I think is cool. So we're going to do like two different approaches. As if you've listened to our podcast, which if you haven't, you should go check out the Witch and the Medium podcast. This is why we started
I hear that's a
channel.
good podcast.
Is it?
I think so.
I think the girl is like...
I mean, I don't really listen to podcasts, but I hear it's good.
Probably true that you don't even listen to our own podcast.
What?
But I would say we did kind of covered this a little bit, but not totally. And the whole point of our channel and our podcast...
Manifesting money with magic.
Oh, snap.
It only took...
Oh, snap. Oh, Dylan, and also we have to do a cheers.
We got to do a cheers.
And this matches Dylan's outfit.
You know, she got the goblets to match the outfit.
It's not wine or anything. Dylan's not much of a drinker.
It's Coke.
It's Coke and lemonade. But we can pretend. Anyway, so we want to say cheers and welcome to those who have been hanging with us because it's been super cool. We've gotten a lot of cool responses. We keep upping our game. We've upped even another light and we got some new chairs so we can be
We're taller
and we are a little more mobile. We're very excited about little things.
I don't look like Jabba the Hutt.
No, we didn't. Don't say that. Okay. And the cool part about today's video and even the subject matter is that we actually pulled things from around the house. It wasn't like Dylan, went and had to go shopping in a huge amount, although he does sell these things, right?
Yes. But essentially we were talking about, Adela asked me, she was like, is there anything we can do to show you how to do some money magic?
Yeah.
And in less than 3 minutes, Adela, who does not do witchcraft on the day-to-day,
right,
had all the elements in her house.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Just chilling. And I'm going to talk to you about how I've pulled, money towards me in a different kind of way. And that's what I was
By robbing a bank.
Yes, exactly. Much easier. Just skip all
She
this.
just manifests it right out of the ATM.
Pull it.
She's just like... So yeah, we're looking at two different ways.
Dylan, we also have your voodoo doll if you want to show people.
Yeah.
You made me a money magic voodoo doll. It's
I
on my
did.
altar in the back. So we can give that a little
We'll look at many
snazzy.
different things.
But yeah, we're gonna look at different things. So Dylan, do you want me to start with what I do? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Start with you.
Okay. So
ladies first.
Aw.
So
the way I've always kind of approached it is more kind of directly talking to that realm, as usual, talking to the spirit realm, or if you want to call it your angels, your guides, your master teachers. But it is the idea of seeing energy like a sphere in a ball in your hand. And one of the ways that I kind of try to tell people to do is you can stand there and visualize your feet going into the earth and your hands going out, as above, as below, into the cosmos and pulling that energy through you. And then as you're pulling the energy through you, focus on pushing all of your energy out, almost like electrical currents coming out of your hands, and pulling it into you and like this. Now, when you do that, the universe believes in what you give, you get return. So in other words, if you're just saying, I want money because I just, that's me, I just want money and screw everyone else in the world, that's a little different. Mm-hmm. But if you're saying like, I want to do my purpose, I want to do my calling, I want to put good energy out into the world, but that realm knows you got to eat and you got to pay your bills and you got to live in this realm. So we're walking into worlds.
Can't do good for others if you can't pay your rent.
That's right. So I feel that a lot of times spirituality, when it comes to money, is taught to sacrifice, self-sacrifice, oppression.
Absolutely.
Like you're not allowed to ask for anything.
Yeah.
And I think that's ridiculous, because that's not what I hear from the universe. Universe is like, if you're not taking care
of yourself, how can you take care of others?
And also, if you're not valuing yourself and you're not pushing your energy up and you're not saying, I want all that's best for me, the universe wants you to value that so much, and they want to help you tangibly. But you can't just sit there on your couch, and you can't just sit there saying, I want everything to come to me and I don't want to give in return. So it's a balance. You don't have to sacrifice everything.
Absolutely.
So when you're saying, like, I want to push all my energy out, and you say, I want to pull to me, you say, bring to me those who need me, or what is needed of me, and in return, I need this. You can even put a number on it and test it. I always tell people, test it. Like, you can start with $10 or $20 or $100, but don't limit yourself. Don't kind of say don't ask for what you need, ask for what you want.
Yes.
And so that's one way is you can raise your frequency, push your energy, push it all out, and pull it to you. The other way that I say that you can do is you can write down like what it is you want. Like, this is what I want. Not just like, oh, this is what I need just to make it, but this is what I want. And it may come to you in weird I wouldn't say weird times. I was going to say terms, but weird times. And it may come to you in different ways. So it could be like through work. It could be like in all these scattered different ways, but pay attention and don't forget to thank the universe back.
Absolutely.
Not out of like, oh, poor me, an oppression way, but out of like, listen, I'm pushing energy out, you're returning it, because everything we do...
It's like mindfulness.
And we're just servicing each other.
Absolutely.
We're all doing a service. Everybody's... Of course. You know where he went. You know...
We're servicing each other.
We're doing a service for each other,
It's
Dylan.
true.
And so I feel like you can go directly to the source, and you can use tools and other things you want as well. But this isn't a meditation. This is raising your frequency, pushing your energy out, seeing it. And you can start with like, I'm just going to push out towards across the street. And then you can say, I'm going to push the energy out more, and you pull it in to yourself. Now you can also use like holding a crystal. This is a quartz. This is just what do you call this? Like a wand or a pyramid quartz?
Obelisk.
Oh, is that the proper term?
Obelisk.
Oh, wow. Look at you. Yes, he got it. I call this a wand or a pyramid. So apparently I'm way off. But either way, I like clear quartz because you can hold it in your hand and you can use it like a wand and push the energy you want in it to push out. So when I'm talking about pushing energy out, you can even use this as the focal point of the energy going through and pulling it back to yourself.
Nice.
And that is kind of like, I totally believe in doing this on a regular, on the reg. Like, in other words, you don't want to do it like, I did it once that week and that's
and there
that.
we go.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to kind of see it as a daily practice if you really want to shift those gears.
Right, because also you have to me, it's like, oh, well, Adele, I tried that and that didn't work. If that happens, you have to think why. Did you give up too easily? Are you sending the energy out? And here's the thing, too, and I think people it's important to be precise about what it is that you want and what you want to achieve.
Oh, yeah.
Because for all you know, that abundance could be coming in many different ways.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you're not
absolutely.
getting the dollar signs, but so-and-so gives you a game console that is equal to that amount.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. That things can come in different ways. So you can't go on like, oh, well, I didn't get the full amount. It could even be that someone's like, oh, I fixed your car for you, so now you don't have to spend
to pay that bill.
Right. So you have to pay attention and be appreciative and see how it's starting to transpire.
It's true.
Absolutely.
Appreciation is key. And being succinct in what you want is also key.
Being clear. And I would say to you, in that case, when you're about to get into the magic part, would you say when you're doing a spell for someone, which by the way, he does, guys, by the way.
That's right.
Of course. Go to his website, plague. But it's also true. This is what he does on the reg for other people and for himself. So when you're doing it for other people, and in your experience, even just in magic in general, let's say someone's saying, I want this amount. Does it matter if they're saying, I just want this because this is what I want in life? Or does it have to be...
It doesn't matter, but I will tell
or...
you, it does raise the stakes.
Okay.
You know, so the need and desire, need feeds need. Energy begets energy.
Always say that.
See?
Yeah.
So if your need for this amount, whether it be for financial stability, whether it be because you want to obtain a goal, whether it be you want, to pay off that Disney annual pass, if that's your desire, you have to make sure that you invoke that energy, okay? I think that there are a lot of people who
I just thought that was cute. I just like that you use Disney, even though we know how I feel about Disney right now. But... if you're paying off the Disney annual pass,
and you need that,
that's okay.
Yeah, because your energy feeds that.
Nothing's too small.
Right.
Okay.
Where I think the issue lies, or where I think a lot of problems when it comes to financial magic and energy, where they go astray, is when, and this is all magic and in general.
Oh, we made up a word.
In general, is where the issue kind of goes astray, is that you have to keep in mind that magic and energy and manifestation, that's half of it, okay?
That's true.
You have to back it up with the physical, okay? So in the spell work that I do, in the energy work, you have to participate in the energy work that Adela is guiding you to. You can't say, you know what? I really want this promotion. I want to get that raise. But then, and you do all the energy work and then not talk to your boss and enforce that.
Right.
Okay? If you want career, say that you want to step up in your career. If you don't talk to anyone, if you don't let people know, you can do 80 spells a day. It's not going to work. Okay?
Right.
I do a lot of career works too, and one of the things that I feel like I shouldn't have to tell people, but I'll say is that make sure you turn in the application.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're going to push energy out there, you can't. They're not. The universe isn't your genie in a bottle.
Yes,
you have to.
It's not your postal delivery service either.
No, exactly. So you have to push your energy. You have to do the work, pound the pavement, look at least a little bit, even if it's hard, even if
match it.
Yeah, even if you're like, okay, I'm going through a rough time and feeling kind of depressed, just do one thing to show that you're pushing, because absolutely energy begets energy is my biggest thing.
And when we're doing working, so I'm going to show you how to do a money drawing bowl. Yay. But one of the things that I would say is that, so I'm going to teach you how to do, I call it a money conjure bowl.
Here's your bowl, sir.
We got a bowl. And the way that I do this, we don't have a certain amount, right? I don't have a designated amount. You can if you want. And I would write it on a piece of paper, put it on the bottom of the bowl. But let's just say, so here's... And it doesn't have to be clear. I'm just doing it to show you.
It could be any bowl.
So you would get a piece of paper, write the desired amount, put it on the bottom, okay? But now we're just doing general. We just want to accumulate additional income, okay? I like to do this.
Your energy vibrating in this. His energy's like intense.
Maybe because because this hits close to home right now. But here's the thing. So let's say that we have a set date that we need the set income to come in. Okay, I'm going to say 2 days. Okay,
let's say 2 days.
Let's say 2 days.
Let's go. 2 days.
Actually, I like working in threes. Let's do 3 days.
I'd say 3 days.
So 3 days. We're going to do 3 days. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to use 3 herbs to correspond with the 3 days.
Okay. I'll hand them to you.
Now, get this.
Yes.
Literally just pick these herbs from Adela's cupboard.
Literally, and I'm not a big cooker, so...
There we go.
It's not
so
like a big
don't
variety.
feel that you have to go out and accumulate all these herbs. The herbs that we're going to use some cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Boom. We are going to use some basil.
We're going to use some basil.
Okay. And then we are going to use some nutmeg.
Some nutmeg.
Some nutmeg. So this is supposed to spice things up, okay, and kind of put the heat on the situation. We're going to sweeten the spell and entice the spirits of prosperity.
I like
Okay? Now, we don't have to work with deities or spirits. Some people do, some people don't. I do. Okay? So I'm going to incorporate and bring in Fortuna. Okay? So she is a Roman goddess of abundance and fortune. And I'm also going to use Ganesh, who is the Hindu deity who removes obstacles. Okay?
Yes,
so he's a very good one. He's
intense.
He's intense.
Be prepared.
He works.
That energy is intense, yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get a few coins.
Do I pour
okay? And these are coins that she's had that she's kind of
they're
saved
just-
for that rainy day.
Right.
But I would say even pocket
very
change.
light rainy
Okay?
day.
Let's do a little bit. Just a little bit. So pour some in. So let's say this is day 1.
Okay.
Okay? So we have day 1. We have our coins.
Okay.
And we are going to get a little sprinkle of the basil.
We'll sprinkle the basil.
Okay? So basil is
Hold it
to
up
enact.
to like tilt it.
There
so
we
people
go.
Can see.
To enact that sense of prosperity. Just
Okay.
a little bit.
Like that?
Okay, yep.
Okay.
Then we are going to do a little bit of the cinnamon.
I feel like I'm on one of those shows where I'm like, oh, is this how we cook our witchcraft?
There we go. And notice how intuitively she's just doing 3. You went boom, boom, boom. Look at that.
Look at me.
And we are going to do some nutmeg.
A little bit of nutmeg. Now I'm going to think
A
about how
little
many
bit
I'm doing.
of nutmeg.
I
Okay.
went crazy with the nutmeg.
And then
Yes.
we're
And
going to get
this?
that pyrite.
This is
okay.
pyrite.
So this was, it was just laying on her
It
house.
was on my altar.
But not everyone has this. Pyrite is used for abundance, bringing things into fruition, okay? Attraction.
and it looks super
It looks super awesome.
Feels
you can
good.
get these at any metaphysical store
it's
or
pretty
crystal
common.
shop. It's pretty common
They even
stone.
have it at museums and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't have pyrite, I would use citrine, which is another great stone for money, okay? Or just get a quartz.
Or just get
to
a
just
quartz.
kind of magnetize
Which is-
things.
you don't have to have
So
this big
You don't have to
one.
have that one, but you could put that in there.
It could be a small one.
Yeah.
Should we put both
And then
or just this?
let's do the pyrite.
Just do the
okay.
pyrite, okay.
So we have that there. And
Tilt it a little bit.
tilt it. So we have our pyrite, we have our herbs and coins, okay? And then I would just sit with it for a bit. Meditate on what it is that you want. Imagine that number. Imagine that date that you need it by. Ask your guides. Focus on that energy. You could actually even incorporate what Adela was saying about reaching that energy out.
Oh, yeah.
And bringing that back in. So look at that, 2 in 1.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to bring in, so I'm going to call on Fortuna. I'm going to ask Fortuna to guide me through this and ask to bring me abundance. And I'm also going to ask Ganesh to remove the obstacles that stand in my way. And some people can end it at that.
Okay.
Or you always want to give a piece of yourself or offer a piece of yourself.
Which is like,
So
what is that?
a piece of thine own tongue. So I would just do a little,
Oh, he just spit in my bowl.
it's mine
Wow.
now. Because that's kind of like my offering my little oomph.
You're connecting the energy.
Connecting the energy, okay?
I'll be washing
Being
the
one with the spell work. Adela's like, I'm washing this bowl. As soon, she's like, her coins, her pyrites, everything has
These
the
coins
essence.
are kind of sad. So I'm
Everything
okay
has
with
the
it.
essence of Mystic Dylan.
They needed help.
So there we go. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the bowl by the window, okay? So where the moon can shine in on it, the sun. Harness with those energies, okay?
This is the bowl that I put my crystals in to put in the sun.
Stop it. I didn't even know that.
Yes.
Look
I didn't
at that.
Tell him that. It was
Look
just sitting
at
there.
that.
He didn't know.
And come home from work, come home from a long day, any change that you find, we're going to throw it in.
That's cool.
Day after that,
I like that.
throw it in.
Yeah,
okay?
it's really simple.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that complicated.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Now, I'm upping the stakes by doing 3 days. I would have started this a long time ago.
Okay.
Give it a longer time. Or it's
like a
just for
week?
that sense, a week.
Okay.
I would do minimum a week. But this is just to essentially attract that sense of abundance.
I'm gonna
okay.
put this in the sun
yeah.
for you.
And when we're done, donate it.
with cinnamon and basil on it.
Right, because energy begets energy,
Yes,
you know?
no, totally.
So
I
you want to be
totally
thankful
agree.
for those
Yeah,
spirits.
absolutely.
You can donate
That's
it to
awesome.
charity,
I
you
love
can give
it.
it to someone, or make a wish in a wishing well, or even just like put it out, you know, for those spirits.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
So there we go.
Yeah, there
Quick
we
little
go.
spell.
Quick little spell. Just a little bit closer if you could see. And you could see it's just really simple. You don't even
Really
need
simple.
this big of a bowl.
And say that you don't have these herbs too, right? There are many herbs for prosperity.
You could get like these type of herbs like for 99 cents at the 99
It's
cent
true.
store.
Rosemary is another.
From someone. Like it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, but I would say stay with it. Like rosemary is another one. Basil is, we did basil. Bay leaf is another, so bay laurel.
Okay.
There are lots of good, easy time.
So why the basil?
So the basil in ancient Rome was attached to prosperity and wealth. Okay, and also it flourishes. It's easy to grow unless you're here. I don't know if you've tried to grow basil here in Los Angeles, but it's difficult.
And I wanted to, like, when I think about it, I want to add to what he's saying. When I do the energy, I was talking about, I sometimes do it in front of my altar, or I light a candle, and even on my portable altar, I've done it, and I stand in front of it, and I do use that vibration.
Absolutely.
So this is another tangible way that makes you feel like you have a focal point of like, I know I'm looking at like coins.
Absolutely.
I'm doing something.
And now imagine combining those two things.
Combining those two. That's why we're working together. Should I show them the voodoo doll?
Sure.
So here's this voodoo doll that Dylan surprised me with, and it's green, and I actually have left it. I used to.
Look at that.
So I'm going to tell Dylan what Dylan told me. He said he put money in here, which was very exciting, but I tried to rip it open. No, I'm just kidding.
She wanted my money.
And then he said to use these pins and to take one out each day and then slowly put each one back in. And I did that for a while, and then I just, I don't want to stab him. Look, he's being stabbed. It was going out.
And then you stab him and stab him.
Oh my God. And so then I just left it. I just actually left it. And I left it on a triangle. I always did it on a triangle, just intuitively. I like it on a triangle. And yeah, I will tell you that combined with what I was doing every day, this worked.
Yeah, and that's called sympathetic magic. And the idea behind it is that so each pin represents the money and income, right? So what you would do is you would remove the pin, okay? So that will represent removing the obstacles. So every day you remove a pin, you're removing that burden.
Yeah.
You're removing that worry, okay? And then when you are done removing the pin, you start the cycle over again. So you remove all 3 pins, start the cycle over again, and now we are going to add a pin to push in the prosperity and influence this sense of feeding, so to speak.
And
so
I did feel like I put my energy on it.
Yeah.
Dylan, you messed up my triangle, by the way. So I have to like redo. I had a thing about this triangle.
There we go.
I don't know why.
I like the hot pink eyes.
Well, you
know,
made it.
I know, but now I'm like, okay, you should maybe give some hot pink eyeshadow.
I started wearing hot pink
There we
eyeshadow.
go.
I mean, not today, but I did. All right, so
awesome.
Here's a lot of great things you can do. This is always something people want to know about, so we thought this was like a good one. It's always something people need in their life, and to keep it simple. So with that, wanted to tell people to remember you can follow us on any podcast, because that's where we started.
Well, not any podcast.
No, not any podcast.
Don't follow us on any podcast.
Any podcast platform.
Wherever podcasts.
Yes, where you listen to. We're also going to be doing March 14th. We're doing a meet and greet
at the Black Sheep Gallery.
At the Black Sheep Gallery. So this will be airing. It's free, and you can. It's kind of first come first serve to get. We're doing readings, little short readings, for I think $20, and we'll have sign up sheets. We're not going to do them all night. It's only 2 hours. We're going to also do talking and hanging out. There'll be wine on donation basis. Also, Dylan is doing a special for a while. I don't know if it will still be out at this time, but you should check his website for all the
There
stuff.
will be a special for spell work.
For all the stuff he puts out. Just check and see when he's doing something like that. And same for me. I'm AdeleLevine.com and Adele Levine on Instagram, and he's Mystic Dylan Official on Instagram.
And mysticdylan.com.
And follow us at The Witch in the Medium, and subscribe and comment below.
Comment.
Let us know what other subjects you'd like to see us
Yes,
cover.
absolutely. And like our podcasts.
Like our podcast and
Apple.
Right, we got all that, and so I think you get it. I think we're just trying to like saturate a little bit because we know we're new to some people, but we're not new to everyone, but we're just covering all bases. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope you like this. And Dylan,
have a magical day. Adela.
Don't like to say goodbye, so see you soon.